for our last story today, let's turn our attention to the Sahel nations. The Junta-led Burkina Faso and Mali skipped a Pan-African defense meet hosted by Nigeria. Niger was the only Sahel nation present at the defense talks, hosted in Nigeria's capital Abuja on Monday. The talks are set to run through Wednesday and are aimed at finding homegrown solutions to Africa's defense needs. However, the absence of Burkina Faso and Mali at the meeting highlights the growing tensions between the junta-led Sahel nations and their West African neighbours. Earlier this year, in January, Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger exited the regional bloc ECOWAS and formed their own Alliance of Sahel States. This major breakup came after more than a year of diplomatic tensions. Now, relations soured between ECOWAS and the Sahel nations after military seized power in Mali in 2020, in Burkina Faso in 2022, and in Niger in 2023. ECOWAS pressed for restoration of democratic rule in the Sahel nations, but the juntas were reluctant to comply. Now, after the Niger coup, ECOWAS imposed crippling sanctions on the country. This included border closures, a no-fly zone for all commercial flights, and the freezing of central bank assets. The bloc also threatened to forcefully restore democratic rule in the country. However, the bloc's repeated attempts to restore democracy only hardened the resolve of the junta-led countries to exit ECOWAS. Burkina Faso and Mali criticized the bloc sanctions on Niger as inhumane and vowed to defend the country. Now, the three junta-led countries also accused ECOWAS of siding with Western powers, and as an alternative, the Sahel nations have pivoted toward Russia. Though Moscow provides these Sahel nations with weapons and mercenaries, terrorism and insurgency is on the rise in these countries. Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger are three poor and landlocked countries, and their economies depend on their West African neighbours. Now, this is the reason why even after exiting ECOWAS, the Sahel nations have not closed their borders. The exit of the three junta-led nations has also impacted ECOWAS. The bloc is considered as Africa's most important regional group, but the exit of the three poorest member states has made ECOWAS look even more like a loser in this conflict. But the ones who are bearing the brunt of this regional conflict are the civilians who are facing regular terrorist attacks. And as tensions continue to rise between the Sahel nations and their neighbours, countering the violence in the region seems even more elusive.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
$36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion kakaidyo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
$4
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.